Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and don't ever bet against Tom Brady. I called that Tom Brady was going to win, and I actually, that's where I placed my bets, is Tom Brady. I don't bet against him. I don't care how good the latest hotshot quarterback is or his team is. You can't bet against Tom Brady. I wonder how long this guy's going to keep doing this. Is he going to play into his 60s or what? But anyway, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons why I think Ripple will settle the SEC lawsuit in some form pretty quickly. But first, let's do this. I thought it would be fun this morning because everything is, I was hearing a lot of people at the Super Bowl party I was at last night. I was hearing a lot of people, they kept coming up to me saying, man, crypto's really taking off and all this. And I'll tell you one guy's story here in a minute. But I said, I just wanted to get a feel for what people are into out there. What are your top 5 crypto for 2021? I'll start number 1, XRP. And then there's a lot of people who are going down a dangerous road, in my opinion, with this Dogecoin or whatever. That's called chasing green candles, and it's a mistake. I'm just telling you. But that's what they're doing. This one right here, I like XRP, VET, ADA. I like all 3 of those. I don't know what that is. Ethereum, I think Ethereum is going to do well, but proof of work doesn't work. I don't know anything about ZIL. Stellar, yes, for sure. VeChain, yes. Cardano, yes. Dogecoin, no. That's a big no. Okay, don't chase green candles. Just because something's going up does not mean that it is going to be a part of the financial system or in any way be something that does anything going forward. When I see this, it reminds me of pets.com from the internet era. There's a lesson there. Go study that. Go do a search on pets.com and read up. Hedera Hashgraph, yes. That's actually one of Greg Kidd's investments. Algo, yes. XTZ, yes. These are legit projects, not that, but these are all legit projects. Okay, I'm not going to go any further into it, but I just wanted to kind of get a feel for what's being said out there. Now, Mike Novogratz had tweeted this, and you need to see the pattern here that anytime anything starts to be talked about or threatens Bitcoin in any way, and they begin to come after it. Mike Novogratz, I actually think the Doge frenzy is going to be in poorly. I agree with him, but I don't think that's why he's going after it. Same reason GME did. Greed and gravity. Doge doesn't have a purpose. Stay with Bitcoin, Ethereum, DeFi coins. Plenty of smarter ways to play this crypto. Well, I retweeted that, and I said the irony is that Dogecoin, a lot of people don't know this, Dogecoin is a fork of Lucky Coin, which is a fork of Litecoin, which is a fork of Bitcoin. One big mountain of proof of work crap, expensive, slow, and energy wasting. And Mike Novogratz knows everything that I just said is true. You will never hear Mike Novogratz talk about these things right here. How expensive and slow Bitcoin is or how much energy it wastes. Because he can't talk about that. If he talks about it, the truth will be known. This is energy consumption. You'll notice something here is that Ripple is at the top of the list in terms of being energy efficient, even versus Visa. Bitcoin is the most energy wasting. They all know this, which is why you never hear them talk about it. They can't talk about it. Now, then Mike Novogratz was on Squawk Box this morning because what do they have to do? They have to parade him out there because Dogecoin is getting a little too much attention. And I said, seeing the pattern here, they come after XRP because it's a threat to Bitcoin. Elon Musk better stop talking about Dogecoin or the Bitcoin crowd will come for him. Competition can't be allowed because Bitcoin can't win one technologically, and they know it. That's why they call it a store of value, because it
We've all
can't do anything else.
over the last month as the GameStop and the Reddit phenomenon has sort of taken hold, which is, and I'm not going down the route of breaking actual laws and what the SEC should get involved with, but the sort of moral question of talking your own book. Do you think Elon Musk has done that now by later revealing that he has a big position in Bitcoin when clearly he has been broadly in support of it? And people like him and you and Chamath, they know that they can influence investors, even if it's just a tweet and you're expressing your opinion. You're always very upfront. We know that you are long Bitcoin when you talk about the benefits of crypto long term. Do you think there's a bit of a sort of immoral action here, and someone that's so
he's
wealthy
immoral now
already and already had a position that wasn't disclosed?
No, listen, I think you've got a corporate responsibility to, put your position on. You don't want to tell people I'm going to buy something and have the market run away on you. And so I think, in terms of the Bitcoin, I think they, from what I can tell, behaved exactly as they should be. Listen, the Dogecoin, the other stuff, that moves into the responsibility of the richest man in the world or of any corporate CEO. And it worries me about things like that. Say the same thing with GameStop is you suck a lot of new people in at levels that I think will be unsustainable. Now, listen, I could be wrong. Dogecoin could go higher. I don't think it will.
See, if the guy on CNBC was really doing his job, he would ask this question to Mike Novogratz. Mike, tell me why Bitcoin technologically is any better than Dogecoin. And Mike Novogratz could not answer that, because the bottom line is, technologically, it's the same pile of garbage proof of work that doesn't work. It's the same technology, and he knows that too. It's a marketing campaign. Dogecoin is a marketing campaign, and Bitcoin is a marketing campaign, because it can't be anything else, because it can't be used for anything else. It's too fast, too slow. It's too slow, too expensive, and it doesn't scale. All right, and it's energy consuming. Okay, zero hedge. Tesla has bought $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. And I want to give you the caveat again. I'm not saying that I don't think Bitcoin is going to do well. I think there are enough rich people who have agreed to do the marketing campaign and let Bitcoin be at this store of value, because they all know it can't be anything else. Because all of them have agreed that they're going to let this thing be this store of value, I believe the price of Bitcoin will continue to go up. But it will never compete with any digital asset that has real utility, such as XRP. Not really. Okay, and then Elon, this is the Elon Musk thing where Tesla has bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. This is the SEC filing right here. It says there, we invested an aggregate of $1.5 billion in Bitcoin under this policy. We expect to begin accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for our products in the near future. Okay, so that's Tesla. That's big news, and I think that's good for the whole industry for them to be doing that and to be buying Bitcoin. Go for it.
Look at this, guys. Yeah. Look at this, guys. Tesla, in a new filing, says that they've updated their investment policy to provide them with more flexibility to, are you ready for this, be able to buy Bitcoin. We have invested an aggregate $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, the company says, under this policy, and may acquire and hold digital assets from time to time or longer term. Moreover, we expect to begin accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for our products in the near future, the company says, subject to applicable laws and initially on a limited basis. We'll see what that means, which we may or may not liquidate upon receipt. That would be similar to what PayPal is doing in terms of how it transacts with merchants. This could be another, we're watching Bitcoin move up on the back, I imagine, of this news. I don't know how quickly it's getting into the public.
Okay, so they're all doing their job and they're touting Bitcoin as they are supposed to do. Now, this is CoinMarketCap. It's almost to 1.3 trillion. Bitcoin is trying to get to 44,000 this morning. It's up 12%. You've got XRP up 2.58%. Here's Cardano at 68 cents. I wanted to show you something on that in a second. Look at these returns. This is something a lot of people aren't really thinking about or paying attention to. Bitcoin on the year is up 326%. 1,000%. Look at Cardano, up 1,000%. And I have not been talking about Cardano, but last night I was at a Super Bowl party and I was talking to one of my friends. And I tweeted this out this morning. I helped a friend get Cardano on his Ledger NOS a month ago. He told me last night he bought at 3 cents. It's 69 cents today. Crypto is just getting started. And look, I think this is great. I think Cardano is a legit project. I've watched Charles Hoskins and I met him in Las Vegas. I think Cardano is a great thing. I used to own some. I don't own any right now, but I'm trying to just buy things that are on Coinbase just because of the regulatory climate and everything. But Cardano is a good thing. So anyway, all my friends, all the ones that made fun of me for years, are now wanting to talk to me. I'm getting phone calls every day about crypto. I mean, every day. That's never happened. Now, I wanted to bring your attention to something else. Ethereum, I don't think Ethereum gets a free pass. If Ethereum ever begins to get talked about too much, I'm sure that the Bitcoin people will come after it too. Yesterday, I tweeted this out. CME Ethereum futures launch tomorrow. I'll leave this right here. Last time the Bitcoin bubble was popped intentionally, there was this article where the Trump administration created the Bitcoin futures for the purpose of reining in the Bitcoin price. And so when you see this launching for Ethereum futures, watch out. Here's a line this guy tweeted from the actual article. One of the untold stories of the past few years is that the CFTC, the Treasury, the SEC, and the NEC director at the time, Gary Cohen, believed that the launch of Bitcoin futures would have the impact of popping the Bitcoin bubble, and it worked. So keep your eyes on this. And here's another reason you might need to think about this. XRP sent me this tweet from Roger Ver. Ethereum has just two price doublings away from surpassing Bitcoin in market cap. That will not be allowed. You heard it here first. They will not allow, the powers that be will not allow that Ethereum market cap to jump over Bitcoin's. And that could very well be the whole purpose of these futures, in my opinion. Okay, Stewart XRP sent me this. Super Bowl 2021 is the first with no cash, no paper tickets. See where this is all going, folks? Crypto Dim sent me this. This is from Anders L. Bob Way on the patent. I couldn't remember. I may have covered this the other day. I just couldn't remember. On the patent that would put XRP in the bridge asset position in perpetuity. He's claiming to have discovered the mechanism inside the company. And this is from Bob Way, but people that study the economics of the ecosystem are rightfully skeptical that any cryptocurrency could actually become a de facto bridge currency. If you try to write down the sequence of steps needed for that to happen, there are almost always significant logical or conceptual gaps in most cryptocurrency fan theories. And then it goes on. I think I've discovered the last algorithm that RippleNet needs to drive XRP into the bridge currency position and also to maintain it there in perpetuity. But that algorithm won't necessarily be the first one employed to help XRP along that path. There are other ad hoc ways that might be simpler to implement and more effective for the initial corridors that companies want to deploy. And yes, eventually other teams will realize that same issues Ripple realized 4 years ago, but I don't need to make a huge effort to speed them along in their understanding. So talking about it was a trade-off, but I hope a trade-off that was helpful to those on the site. Okay, so he claims that he's got this algorithm that he's discovered that could make XRP the bridge asset in perpetuity. Okay, XRP Crypto Wolf sent this tweet. Honored to work alongside the Kuwait, this is the Kuwait House, I think they call it, Kuwait Finance House. The power of RippleNet, done successfully, and they're talking about instant payments there in Kuwait. Now, CoinDesk finally just announced that introducing the all-new CoinDesk TV. This is how you can tell that crypto is finally arrived, and you're about to see everybody show up to the party. Introducing an all-new CoinDesk TV, our hybrid live studio, inviting Hester Pierce, Brian Brooks, Chris Giancarlo, and many more. Watch here at 9 o'clock a.m., which is 20 minutes ago. Okay, I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons that I think Ripple will settle their lawsuit quickly. The first one is Bob Way. And actually, Mr. BXRP had given me this idea and helped me with these. Bob Way said, one of the things he said was that in 5 years, if Ripple has not done, if things have not been done in 5 years, they've done something wrong. That's the first thing. The second thing is that Ripple customers are waiting for ODL. We've covered many of the different Ripple examples where the customers want to use ODL, but the regulatory uncertainty has not allowed them to. The third reason that I think Ripple is going to settle quickly, they want to go public. Brad Garlinghouse has talked about their intention to go public, to not be the last, not be the first, but not be the last. The fourth reason is that Ripple's investors want them to go public. And so their investors are going to be applying pressure to them to settle quickly as well. And the fifth reason is competitors they can't let this drag on too long, because their competitors will be able to have time to catch up to Ripple. And that I don't think they can afford to let happen. Now, Naveen Gupta, he said that Ripple was here to put a dent in the universe or go away. They're not going away. You can tell that just by the hirings that we've seen recently, and the job postings that we've seen recently, where they're hiring people to be to manage the relationships between Ripple and the central banks that they're talking to about building CBDCs probably on the XRP ledger. So we know that they're not going away. So the only other option is to put a dent in the universe, folks. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that Ripple is here to either go away or put a dent in the universe. And they're not going away. Thank you for listening.